Tiny houses. Is this the first time you've heard this term, or do you have any idea what it is? In today's video, we'll focus on the phenomenon of tiny houses. Hi everyone, welcome to this video on our channel. So let's dive into the world of tiny houses and find out what possibilities these tiny homes with great potential hold. To better understand where tiny houses came from, let's take a brief look at their history and evolution. Tiny houses have existed for centuries in various cultures, but the modern concept of tiny houses was developed primarily in the 1990s. Since then, tiny houses have become a popular trend that is constantly evolving and offering ever more innovative housing solutions. One of the main aspects that attract people to tiny houses is the philosophy of minimalism and sustainability. Minimalism is about realizing the value of every item we own and focusing on what is truly important. Sustainability, on the other hand, emphasizes trying to reduce our ecological footprint and living in harmony with nature. Tiny houses combine these two philosophies, allowing their residents to live more environmentally friendly while focusing on what is truly important in life. With the growing interest in minimalism and sustainability, tiny houses have become the ideal solution for those looking for a simple and eco-friendly way of living. Now that we have learned about the history and philosophy behind tiny houses, we can take a closer look at their design and architecture. Tiny houses can be found in various forms, such as houses on wheels that allow easy mobility, houses on the ground that offer a more solid foundation, and tree houses that become part of nature. Different building materials and technologies are used in the construction of tiny houses. Wood is often a popular material because of its lightness and thermal insulation. Some build their houses out of metal or recycled materials, while others focus on energy efficiency and use solar panels or passive solar design. One of the key features of tiny houses is the innovative design, which allows space saving and the creation of multifunctional spaces. Fold-out furniture, in-floor drawers, or hanging storage are just some of the solutions that help maximize limited space. As far as architectural styles are concerned, tiny houses offer a great deal of variation. We can find modern houses with glass facades, rustic houses with wooden elements and shutters, or futuristic houses with unusual shapes and materials. Everyone can find a tiny house that best suits their taste and lifestyle. The interiors of tiny houses are designed to be as efficient as possible and to provide all the necessary functions and comfort. Kitchens, living rooms, and bedrooms are often designed as multifunctional spaces with clever space-saving solutions. Smart technologies play an important role in tiny houses, as they enable efficient and convenient control of the home. Smart thermostats, lighting, and outlets contribute to the comfort and energy efficiency of tiny homes. Storage spaces are a key element of tiny houses because they allow you to keep your home organized and functional. Built-in wardrobes, hanging shelves, and staircases with storage space are just some of the solutions that help to use every inch of space efficiently. As you can see, the interiors and furnishings of tiny houses are thought out down to the smallest detail to provide comfort and functionality in a limited space. The main benefits of living in a tiny house include lower acquisition and maintenance costs, ease of upkeep, mobility, and a smaller ecological footprint. Many people also appreciate the simplicity and freedom that this type of living offers. On the other hand, living in a tiny house also has its drawbacks. The limited space can be impractical or stressful for some people. Getting planning permission and finding a suitable place to put the house can be difficult, and this way of living may not be ideal for families with children. Living in a tiny house also requires some compromise and adjustment. Now we will take a look at some inspiring examples of tiny houses from different parts of the world that show how diverse and creative this concept can be. The egg-shaped tiny house in China. The first example takes us to China, where this unusual egg-shaped tiny house can be found. The house is made of transparent materials that allow plenty of light into the interior, and its construction is based on recycled materials. Its small size and mobility make it easy to move and use even in densely populated areas. A modern Scandinavian tiny house in the Norwegian countryside. The second example takes us to the Norwegian countryside, where a modern Scandinavian tiny house is located. This house combines traditional elements with modern design and technology such as solar panels and ingenious storage spaces. Its windows offer breathtaking views of the surrounding countryside, emphasizing the connection with nature that is typical of a tiny house. As you can see, tiny houses offer endless possibilities for design and innovation. Before you decide on a tiny house, consider your needs, lifestyle, and expectations. Consider what compromises you're willing to make and whether you'll be able to live in a limited space. When choosing a tiny house, consider your tastes and preferences, such as architectural style, materials, and interior design. It is important that you feel comfortable and at home in a tiny house. We recommend visiting tiny house shows, looking at different options online, or talking to people who already live in tiny houses to get a better idea of what is best for you. We hope this video has helped you to better understand tiny houses and their possibilities. Whether you decide to go for a tiny house or not, we wish you the best of luck in finding your ideal home. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.